Today I'm going to talk about the measures of central tendency. In statistical analysis, we basically find the trends, patterns, and relationships using statistical information on data regarding the particular problem. So when we study the measures of central tendency in statistical analysis, what is basically understood by the term central tendency? Let's understand that first. So central tendency is one of the main characteristics of a frequency distribution. The tendency of the observation to concentrate a central point in a series or frequency distribution is known as central tendency. So basically, the point around which the observations concentrate lies is the central part of the frequency distribution. There are several measures of central tendency. So first let's understand what is meant by the measure of central tendency. The measures which tell us the location or position of central point in a series are known as measures or location or measures of central position or measures of central tendency. These measures are often called as averages. So, plainly speaking, if we say what is an average, so an average of a statistical series is the value of the variable which is representative of the entire distribution. There are 5 measures of central tendency. So basically starting with mean. So mean is of arithmetic mean, geometric mean and harmonic mean. Then we have the median and the mode. So today I'm going to talk about 3 measures of central tendency: mean, median and mode. And in mean also I'm going to talk about the arithmetic mean. Now arithmetic mean is a set of observations. Is their sum divided by the number of observations. So if we say what is meant by arithmetic mean? So it means it represents the average value of the data set. So the formula for calculation of arithmetic mean will be the sum of observations divided by total number of observations. So if we have suppose few values like x1, x2, x3 up to xn, so the mean of those observations will be, and the total values are represented by n. Then the mean of those values will be sigma x upon n. So here we see an example that find the mean of the following data set, and I have given few numbers like 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. We can see here that there are 5 observations. So the mean will be sigma x, which will be given by 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10, and there are 5 observations, so it will be given by 30 upon 5. So the mean will be 6. Now suppose sometimes there are the value of x given and the frequency, corresponding frequency to that value is given. So here we can see that the number of marks 4 is held by 6 students, 8 is by 12 students, 12 is by 18 students, 16 is by 15 students and 20 is by 9 students. Now the value x we have for these frequencies. So in such cases where we have the frequency given along with the value of the x, then we need to create another column to find the mean, and that is the fx. So what is fx? It is simply the multiplication of x by the corresponding frequency. So 4 into 6 is 24, 8 into 12 is 96, 12 into 18 is 216, 16 into 15 is 240 and 20 into 9 is 180. So and ultimately we will calculate that. So we will get the sigma fx. So sigma fx is here 756. And for calculation of the mean we need n. So calculating the frequency, the cumulative frequency, ultimately n is given by the cumulative frequency. So n here is the total of all these values of frequency, which is given by 60. So here we can say that mean is sigma fx upon n. So we have got sigma fx is 756 and n is 60. So when we will divide, we get the mean as 12.6. Taking another example, here you can see that we have the classes. The value of x is given in case of classes. So we have the value of 0 to 30, 30 to 60, 60 to 90, 90 to 120, 120 to 150, and we can see the classes are equal. So what here we have to do is, and their corresponding frequency is also given. So to calculate the mean in such cases, we need to find the value of class midpoint. Here we will, for what we will do, we will find the midpoints of these values. So how you can calculate the midpoint? You just put in the two values. So 0 plus 30 divided by 2. So this is given is equals to 15. Similarly, 30 plus 60 divided by 2, this will be 45. So you find by the same way you find the midpoints of all the values. So you will be creating an extra column which is called as the midpoint, and you will write the value of x. Now again we have to do the same thing. We have the value of x, we have the frequency, so you will create the column fx. fx कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे आप? जो मिड पॉइंट के कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग वैल्यू है f की, वो आप मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे तो यू विल गेट द वैल्यू ऑफ fx. तो यहाँ पे हमने 2 into 15 किया तो 30 आ गया, 30 into 45 किया तो 135 आ गया. Similarly, you will calculate the fx of all the values and you will get the fx का summation. So here you will sum that value, so you get 3210. And second thing what we need is the number of observations. So number of observation कैसे निकलेंगे? Simply by adding all the frequencies. So sigma f is equals to 30, which is equals to n. आप जो sigma fx upon n कर दीजिए, so you will get the mean value which is 107. So this is how you can calculate the mean easily by putting the values in table, then calculating the midpoint and then multiplying that midpoint with the corresponding frequency and then putting it in the formula. Then the next measure of central tendency is the median. Now median is the mid value of the data set. It is one of the variable which divides the data set into two equal parts. It is the value which exceeds and is exceeded by the same number of observation. मतलब उसके जो मीडियन वैल्यू होगी उसके पीछे जितने ऑब्जर्वेशंस होंगे उतने ही आगे, यानी कि वो सेंटर वैल्यू होगी, वो मिड पॉइंट होगा किसी भी ऑब्जर्वेशन का. तो अब अगर अनग्रुप डेटा है आपके पास और उसमें नंबर ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशंस जो हैं वो ऑड है, ठीक है, सपोज आपके पास टोटल नंबर ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशंस 5 है, 7 है, 9 है, कुछ भी है, जो टोटल जितने भी नंबर्स दिए हैं वो आपने अगर काउंट किए और उसका वैल्यू ऑड वैल्यू आ रहा है, देन दैट इज द ऑड वैल्यू. सो आप ऐसे केसेस में जब आपको ऑड वैल्यू ऑफ डेटा सेट दिया हुआ है, देन व्हाट यू विल डू, यू विल put in the formula n plus 1 by 2th position. This position is your median value. Example, now see here I have written the data set with the odd numbers. So यहाँ पे मैंने जो data set दिया है उसमें आप देखिए 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 and 13. So we have 13 observations. So जब भी आपको median calculate करना है, number one step is कि या तो आप ascending order में या descending order में आप अपने data set के values को ungroup data when I am talking को आप arrange कर लीजिए. तो यहाँ पे मैंने क्या किया, इसको ascending order में arrange कर दिया है. So 2 5 6 9 and up to 23. Now I have already calculated कि ये कितने number of observations हैं, ये 13 observations है. तो मैंने क्या किया, n plus 1 by 2th position. तो what I did, 13 plus 1 by 2 is equals to 14 by 2 is the 7th position. So here we see that 12 is the value which is on the 7th position. 6 values पहले हैं, 6 values उसके पीछे हैं. तो here the mean of the data set is the 12. It is the middle number or the mean value. 6 values उसके above है, 6 values उसके below है. This was the case when the value was an odd value. अब suppose आपके पास even values है, तो यहाँ पे हम देखें अगर, तो हमें जो value data set का दिया हुआ है that is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 values are given. So what I have done, सबसे पहले मैंने उसे ascending order में arrange किया. You can arrange in ascending order or descending order, but you have to arrange it. Okay? So अब आपने देखा कि इसकी दो middle values, क्योंकि total number of observations even है, तो हम even में दो middle values को ले लेंगे. तो हमने देखा कि middle values जो है ये 27 और 29. उसके पीछे हमारे पास 6 values है, इधर भी इसके पीछे 6 values है और मिड की दो जो वैल्यूज हैं वो 27 और 29 है। अब यहाँ पे हम मीडियन कैसे निकालेंगे? वी विल फाइंड द मिडल टू वैल्यूज और उनका हम मीन वैल्यू निकाल लेंगे। तो अब इनका मीन कैसे निकलेगा? जो दो मिड वैल्यूज है तो यहाँ पे 27 प्लस 29, क्योंकि n x के दो वैल्यूज हो गई एंड डिवाइडेड बाय 2, तो दिस इज 28. तो हियर इन दिस केस द मीडियन विल बी 28. Then the third distribution is the third measure of central tendency which we are discussing today is the mode. Abhi, mode is the value which occurs most frequently in a set of observation and around which the other items or the set cluster densely. In other words, we can say mode is the value of the variable which is the predominant in the series. तो अगर मैं ये कहूं कि find the mode of the following data, so here you can see that the data is 76, 81, 79, 80, 78, 83, 77, 79, 82, 75. Okay, these are the values. अब मैं अगर इसमें देखूं कि ऐसी कौन सी वैल्यू है जो मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स रिपीट हो रही है, तो आई कैन सी कि जो नंबर 79 है दैट हैज बीन रिपीटेड ट्वाइस. तो हियर इन दिस केस द मोड इज 79. अब कभी कभी क्या हो सकता है, ये आपका यूनिमोडल क्लास है, यहाँ पे आपको सिर्फ एक मोड मिला. कभी कभी डेटा जो दिया होता है उसमें हो सकता है कि कोई वैल्यू जो है वो दो बार सेम नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स रिपीटेड हो. जैसे यहाँ पे 79 दो बार रिपीटेड है, हो सकता है यहाँ पे 82 भी दो बार रिपीटेड होता. देन इन दैट केस यू हैड टू मोड्स, 79 एंड 82. एंड इट्स नॉट लाइक कि सिर्फ दो बार ही रिपीटेड होगा. मोड इज द वैल्यू which appears most frequently in the data set. तो जो वैल्यू आपको सबसे ज्यादा बार डेटा सेट में मिलेगी that is the mode. So these are the simple methods how we can calculate mean, median and mode in given set of data. Thank you.